So leave the clippings on the ground because they will fertilize the ground. So it's nature, it's the balance, and it'll reduce your fertilizer bill as well, because it'll reduce your fertilizer bill by about a quarter. Isn't that amazing? And they break down very quickly. 2 to 3 weeks those clippings have gone down into the ground to feed the microorganisms, and they in turn release nutrients back into the ground. So it's just wonderful, organic way, and that's the way I think is the way to go. And speaking of that, I just need to talk to you about humic for a second. Fulvic acid, humic acid. Like I've only come on all these in the last 2 to 3 weeks, really, to be honest with you. It shows my ignorance. But anyway, look, that's where it is. And I've studied it. I'm a pharmacist. I have a bit of a scientific background, enough to read and understand. Can't say I fully understand it, but I have a fair idea. And I just think that, have we lost our nut? Have we gone crazy? Like, it's like one thing after another. I think that this is being pushed and people pressurized to spread this black powder, coal-like substance, on the ground, because it does do good. It does affect it. But I think we need to come to a stage where we say, no, I've had enough. You don't need it. That's what I'm telling you in this. You don't need it. If your soil is really, really bad, humic acid will help it. I just think humic acid should be used to feed the world, to feed people that are starving, to be used for that. But for us to be using it to sprinkle on our lawns is a sign of how corrupt we've become. Yes. You know, people pushing it and say, look, you know, you hear gurus on YouTube saying humic acid this and this is my product and whatever, and it's you know, is there a morality behind it? You'd say I'm crazy, but that's the sort of person I am. I'm a Christian. Don't think the way the world thinks. At least I'm not supposed to, because the scripture says, do not conform to the pattern of this world. And because of that, I have a different paradigm. Is that the word? I have a different way of looking at things. I'm not saying I'm God. I just have a different way. I step back. I look. I question. You know, we're taught to just question whether you need this stuff. It's costing you €100 a drum or whatever it is, and you go sprinkling black stuff up and down the lawn, costing you a fortune, and these companies are laughing. And I would encourage you to say no. Start a movement to say we don't need this. We don't need this. It's a bit like with fertilizers. There's a huge overuse of fertilizers as well. And again, this is all new to me, but I'm just saying it as I see it. You don't need anything like the amount of fertilizers you're putting down on your lawn. Don't. I reckon 3 times a year is enough. Spring, summer, depending on part of the world you're in, and coming into the winterizer. What? We're gone crazy. We want the best lawn in the block, you know, and the pressure is there from all these people saying, you take this product, you become the best on the block. It's time to say no. I think it is. Come back to reality, come back to normality, come back to balance. Enjoy your lawn, enjoy your weeds. Can you go down and say, oh, I have a lovely weed here. Look, I have a lovely weed here. There's a lovely weed, look. So what? It's a bit of green, and it's cut on a weekly basis. That's my message. That's the message I have. There's over and over usage of these things, and it's time to pull back. Sanity to return. And greed to stop. And become what's the word I'm looking for? Become confident in yourself and who you are, and that your lawn not being perfect is not going to make you any less a person. In fact, you should be thinking, I have a better lawn, I have weeds in my lawn. I have a better lawn, I'm not spreading as much fertilizer. I have a better lawn because I'm not spreading that humic stuff. They don't need it. I'm not a glutton sitting at the table. Now I might change my mind in another while, but this is where I'm at today. And I hope I've helped you, and I hope that it frees you out from under the bondage and under the pressure. At the end of the day, you want a safe place for yourself and your kids, free of chemicals. Enjoy the lawn, enjoy life. God bless you.